All righty. So, Coach,
Yeah.
you had a little something you wanted to share with the audience. You do a little show and tell, and it's about the quarterback going into 2025 in the SEC.
Yeah. Yeah. So I hope I do this right, Jack. This is the first time run through. So, let's see if I can start the right way. I'm going to present this little picture. Uh, I got to share screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I share this one. No, My, did I share it right, Jack?
Oh, I don't see it yet, but I think the audience will.
Is that it? That's the wrong one, isn't it?
Nope, nope. But you are breaking the fourth wall inside the 16th wall, inside the 64th wall, inside the 256th wall.
What was that? Okay, so I guess I
Just
can.
just a little running gag I wanted to introduce you on for a bit.
Okay, so um, I want to go there. New studio. Well, present, share screen, and so now is my screen sharing?
Not yet. But is this the QB you wanted to go over?
There we go. Now, how are we doing now?
I see.
You see my email?
Uh-huh. We're
All
not
right.
showing that to the audience, don't worry.
Okay. So anyway, here we go. What do you see, Jack?
I see
Is
some red dots. I see the
Okay,
top, I
there's
see the
football, right?
bottom.
All right. So um, for those that have been paying attention, been watching, I've been doing a little deep dive into SEC quarterbacks and technique and fundamentals of throwing the ball. And here you see the classic grip. And I'll say for the third, fourth time that science, ESPN did the same, with regard to coaches have always studied the science of how to make a football spiral. And this is the classic grip. And so your index finger, your pointing finger is above the stripe, the white stripe you can see right there. Your thumb typically is below the white stripe. And usually between your index finger and your thumb, there's going to be a little gap, a little, pocket where you can see through. It's not laying flat on the leather. And then your last three fingers, the middle finger, okay, goes across the very top of the lace. Then your fourth finger goes right there. We call it top 2 5. And then your little pinky, the little small finger, goes at number 5 right there. This is the classic grip. So anyway, that's where you start with regard to quarterbacks. All right. So I've been going through these quarterbacks. And so now today I'm going to try to hopefully do it right. I'm going to show you Austin Simmons of Ole Miss, and I'm going to show you uh, who is it? Auburn. Anyway, Austin Simmons. My mind went blank for a second right there.
Jackson Arnold.
Jackson Arnold. I want to say Jackson Dart because all of a sudden that Jackson, that's Ole Miss. And I was just talking about Austin Simmons at Ole Miss. So anyway, let's go first right here with. Do you see Jackson Arnold right here?
Yeah, he's not happy. I mean, I wouldn't be
Yeah,
happy if
yeah. He's got that little whatever look. And so you can see, look at his fingers down here. Do you see my mouse moving?
Yep.
Yeah.
Those
And
little
so there's
fingers.
the index finger, the pointing finger. And then you can see right there, this is where we go top 2 5. All right. And then the thumb on the backside right there should be below the white stripe. And you can see that he's kind of over a little bit further over than what your classic grip is that I just showed you. The index finger, look, is a little high. It's more toward the white stripe. And then that one right there, that one's more one, not, so it should be this one right here, top 2 5. And you can see he is more toward the top of the football. Okay. That's really not going to help you a lot with regard to spinning the ball. And as a quarterback, that's what you want. I mean, you want the ball to spiral. It's much easier to catch a ball that is spiraling than one that is kind of knuckleballing. Okay, so we looked at that one right there. So now let me go back. Present. Oh, share screen. And so I'm gonna go back. What am I doing wrong there, Jack?
You're trying to break the fourth wall again.
Stream to this. No.
Yep.
Enjoy the show, stream your and stop sharing.
Yep.
I don't know what I've done there. All right, so I go upstream to your audience. No.
Mm-hmm.
Present. Share screen. There it is again. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get this figured out.
Yeah. It will get nipped in the bud. We're going.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, I see it.
All right, so now let's go.
Are we going on the link for the picture of where he was at Oklahoma?
Yes. Is that it right there? Are you seeing that?
Uh-huh.
All right. So there he is when he was at Oklahoma, and you can see where his fingers. He's more toward the nose, right there, the center part. Right, that's what we call the nose of the ball. And you see where his thumb is. His thumb should be below the white stripe. Follow that? Should be below the white stripe, somewhere down around here. And then you can see he's throwing from more of the crown of the ball, the nose of the ball. Not going to help you throw, a spiral. I mean, science has shown this over and over and over. All right. So now let's go back. So I'll exit out of that. So now let's look at his throwing motion. All right. And then, all right, so here we go right here. Let me make sure the volume's off. Good. So here we are. We're going to look at his throwing motion. Can you see this, Jack?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so there he is.
Boom.
So one of the things I noticed, and you can't really, he's blocked right there, but one thing I noticed, if you see my little mouse hand right there, is he throws the ball very low. All right. See, when he's releasing the ball, the elbow's bent. All right. So we'll see a side profile here in just a second. There's another one that's kind of blocked. But right here. Now, look at that right there. Let's go back just to one, bam, bam. Anyway, I'm trying to catch it right in between. And you're going to see where he's going to throw this ball right at his ear. Okay? Right at the ear. And so remember, see how when we talk about throwing the ball, we want to be up here top, throwing over to the top. He's going to release this ball. You're going to see it again. I'll let it play. You're going to see him over and over. He's going to release the ball low. Now, I think he's like 6'1", 6'2". Watch him. He's going to release the ball. Look how low that is. So he's making himself shorter in the pocket. We always want to, throw over the top. Now, here's another quarterback that throws the same thing. It's kind of low. You're a quarterback, you want to throw over the top of the ball. And so let's go back a little bit further. And if you watch as I go back, let me a little further, you'll see, watch how low, right by his ear. Again, right by his ear. Was that 20 seconds?
Oof.
Again, right by his ear. Look at that. Did you see it? All right. So he's making himself short. Watch. Short. I mean, if you're 6'2", you've just made yourself 5'9". So not fundamentally sound right there. So now let's go back and we'll go to Mr. Austin Simmons, okay, out of Ole Miss. Where's his all right,
and
so
Zachary Wilges, our guy Zachary Wilges says Jackson Arnold's grip of the football allows for non-proper technique, makes it easy for the defense to read and make a move on the football.
Yeah, it's just not a classic grip and release. Very low, very low. Now, Austin Simmons right here, he is, you can see his thumb is down. His grip is a lot more fundamental. I like his grip. But look where he is with his elbow slot. He's going to look, see how tall he is right there?
Mm-hmm.
See, the ball should be up higher, up here. Make yourself taller. Now, of course, he may be throwing underneath route and want to slip it in between players, something like that. But when I look at it, I'm looking at it consistently. His grip is a lot more conventional, a lot more fundamental. But now let's watch him throw the ball. He's a baseball player. All right. And he throws a football a lot like a baseball, meaning not very over the top, not elevating the release. So I'm going to exit this out and then, whoops, go back here. Am I still good, Jack?
Yep.
Okay. There's Mark. Simmons throwing motion. Now, what I'm going to do with this, hopefully the sound's off. Good. I'm going to speed it up. Now, this is a mock pro day. And so what it is he's doing drills that when a senior quarterback is wanting to perform in front of pro scouts and stuff like that, he's doing some of the drills that they would do in this, pro day. But this is not an actual because he's not a pro yet. Or he's not trying to be. He's still eligible to play. So it's a mock. So the drills he's using are, mock drills. All right. And so then we'll get back through here. Here he is right here. Throwing the ball. Now you can see, look where that ball is right there. It's elevated a much more so than who? Jackson Arnold. See how he's up here? Jackson Arnold's right by his helmet. That helps. Okay, I'm real not excited about opening up this hand right here. He should open it up a lot more. But the problem is he plays baseball, and when you play baseball, that's pretty much where you hold your glove. You see what I'm saying? When you're throwing the baseball,
Oh, yeah.
you kind of hold your glove, and you're going to see several times where his fingers right here, instead of expanding out, are kind of crunched, okay? Which is kind of the problem with regard to playing quarterback and playing college baseball. All right. So we'll see here. See a little bit low right there. Here's from behind. Let's see if he elevates. Not probably enough. Same thing. All right, here we go right here. All right, and see where his hands are together? See, that left hand, this one right here, should be a little more open. But since he pitches, that's where the glove, when you pitch a baseball, your glove's going to be about right there when you're striding toward the plate. Okay? And then we'll see here in just a couple of seconds. Getting more in front. Right now we're looking from behind. But see right there, not really elevating, mostly by his ear. Here we'll see just a little on the move. So here he sprint out, rotating the shoulder, lefty. I'll find you one a little bit more. See, a little tall, striding like he's throwing a fastball. See if we can find him more in front. Here we go. Let's fast forward here. But say he released it by his ear. And let's see if we can catch a couple of, oh, here we go from the front. Let me go back just before. I want to see a nice one with the follow through. All right, so you can see his hand. You can see him getting ready to grip the ball. Let's see. How can I slow this down? Remind me how I can slow it down.
Go to settings.
Hold on.
Next.
I'm just going to see if I can get lucky here. So he's stepping up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so there, that right there. You can see his hand right there. I would like to see he's starting to spread those fingers. Let's just, oh, right there. It was totally in his chest. All right. All right, see that hand right there? See how close it is to his chest instead of way over here, opening up that chest. So anyway, where'd you say go?
Yeah, go to that little tool that's next to closed captioning.
That one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, playback
Right.
speed.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's go back and see right here. I'm glad you. Oh, we might want to go a little further. All right, so here we go. But it's from a distance. But see how that hand right there? We go back just a hair. Here we go. See where the hand is? It needs to be more out in front. And see right there where it's right under his chin. On that one, you can see where it was right under his chin. It needs to be more way out in front. Anyway, we'll see if one last, I won't belabor the argument, but you can see right here, watch his right hand and see where it's under his chin. Okay, that's where the glove would be if you were pitching on the mound. In your chest, throwing the football, your chest should be a lot more open. So one last time, let's look at his right hand. Right hand. See where it is under his chin? Okay, it needs to be more across his face, out. And now you're generating torque, which we talked about earlier. So anyway, all right, so I'm going to exit out of that. And so what I've been, of course, I'm doing my little deep dive. And are we back?
Yep, we're back. We're back to breaking the 256 wall again.
All right. Well, anyway, so I'm looking at all this, and so right now I've done 4 quarterbacks, and fundamentally, now like I said, I'm not behind them. I don't know how they're reading, how they, and some of them maybe eventually I'll get to that point right there. I'll see how they're reading the secondary, if they're making the right decisions, and then I'll generate another rating. But right now, I've done Jackson Arnold, Austin Simmons. I've done Ty Simpson, and then of course Arch Manning out at Texas. And the way I have them ranked based on what I'm seeing fundamentally as a guy quarterback coach, I would put at the top Ty Simpson. He's got the best release, most fundamentally sound. Second would be Austin Simmons out of Ole Miss. Third, Jackson Arnold grips the ball pretty good. I mean, it's still a little toward the nose end. And then his release is really low by his ear. I've got him third, and then Arch Manning, unfortunately, I've got him. I mean, gosh, his grip is so. Now he big kid. He probably throw it 100 yards and probably throw a 100-mile-an-hour fastball and that kind of stuff. And maybe he can read out the wind and process information through the brain as far as judging coverages. But all I'm doing is basing mine on fundamentals of throwing the ball, and that's where I've got them ranked: Ty Simpson, Austin Simmons, Jackson Arnold, and Arch Manning.
There we go.
On the next week.
There we go. I'm
and I'll get better at the pictures and the video. I'll get better at it.
Man,